I don't know how to start this off. Like, I mean, I do, and I feel like I'm gonna be unfair with this review. But first off, hello, boys and girls. Um, I want to try to do the review on The Disaster Artist, and where I said it feels like it might be unfair, I had a really, really good time at this theater. Uh, and I don't want to judge the movie based on the experience. I want to judge the movie for what it is. But the experience, like, I'm glad I went to this movie. I actually drove an hour to my friend Mick. I play online with a lot. Me, him, his girlfriend, and my friend Josh. Like, we went over. Me and my friend Josh went over to him to go see this movie because it's in select theaters. But I am so glad we picked this time and this movie. Like, it could have been another one, and it almost seemed like the stars were aligned for this, quite literally, almost. But before I go any further, I want to say stick to the end of the video. I have a picture surprise for you. We took a picture with someone. But yeah, like, let me get the movie out of the way first, and then I'll talk about the experience. Now, The Disaster Artist is a, I won't say it's a documentary. It is based on the story of Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero. Greg Sestero, I think that's his name. I should know it because of the surprise I want to show at the end. But Dave Franco plays Greg, and James Franco plays Tommy, and James Franco really does knock it out of the park with this. He does a spot-on job of Tommy Wiseau. And but anyways, the movie's based on Tommy Wiseau meeting Greg and then making the movie The Room, which, if you haven't seen it, it is considered the best, worst movie of all time that I've heard. What was it? Not people claim, but articles claiming it. It's the Citizen Kane of worst movies. And it's interesting how far they got with this film. Like, because if you watch The Room, it is terrible. It really is. Like, but it's so terrible that it's good. Like, and I mean that with all, like, honesty. Like, it is a fun movie to watch. It's bad acting. Tommy Wiseau just is over the top with this. But anyways, The Disaster Artist is, like, it's a very interesting movie on how all this happened. Like, not just the room itself, but just the meeting of Greg and Tommy, and the relationship between the two. And the soundtrack for this movie is fucking awesome. But I feel like you can't enjoy this movie as much. You can still enjoy it, but I don't think you can enjoy it as much if you have not seen The Room. I would highly, highly recommend watching it because my friend Mick's girlfriend, they ended up watching it the night before, and she is glad she did. Like, after she saw us, I asked her, like, is it better after you've seen the movie? She said, yes. I understand a lot of thing about that, because they even have at the end of the movie where they do side-by-side comparisons of James Franco and Tommy Wiseau and Dave Franco and Greg Sestero. But it's a good film. It really is. It was really good. And I would recommend it after you've seen The Room, and only if you enjoyed The Room. I would highly recommend it. I would still say it's a good watch. I just don't know where the enjoyment value would be without seeing The Room. It's hard for me to judge that because I've seen The Room. I've seen it a long time ago. And when I first saw The Room, I was like, who the fuck allowed this movie to be made? And as I continued watching, I just let it in. Like, okay, this is something to laugh at. And I've watched it probably like 3 times more after that. And I enjoyed it the later showings. But the experience, like, I had, like, if I don't do number ratings at all, but if I had to do a number rating including the experience, This is like 11 out of 10, man. I have not had this fun in a theater at all ever. Like, I'm looking forward to Star Wars, like The Last Jedi, but I do not think I will have a good time there as far experience wise, like the environment, like everyone there, as I did watching this movie. And then I'll explain why. We went to an Alamo Draft House in Austin, and as the movie, right before the movie was starting, they only were showing previews. They were showing like clips of like Tommy Wiseau that he did like with earlier stuff with Tim and Eric, Greg Sestero, Sestero. I can't pronounce his name. What is it? Get it right here. Greg Sestero. Greg Sestero. Okay. And I should know that, and then I'll tell you why. And then, as right before the movie was starting, some guy came out saying, just get everyone hyped up. Y'all here? Do y'all love The Room? I was like, I sure hope you fucking do. He's like, well, we got a surprise for you. Greg Sestero showed up, and it was cool as shit. Like, I've never seen like anything like that. I'm maybe because I'm like so fucking poor that I've never seen shit. But anyways, I fucking love it. He came out, talked about the book he wrote, The Disaster Artist, how James Franco was on board to do it and everything. And he seemed like really cool. Like it was interesting. And they were going to do a Q&A, but the guy said, we'll do it after the movie. So anyways, we watched the movie, and it was with a bunch of The Room fans, and we just laughed our ass off, enjoyed it, had a hell of a good time. Like, it was just, like, I'm looking over at Josh, and he's just having a good time, tearing up, laughing. I'm looking over at Mick. Josh hasn't seen The Room, but he has seen the important scenes, like, from, like, Nostalgia Critic or something. But, yeah, sorry, Mick has seen the movie. He just recently watched it with his girlfriend, too, Val, and, I'm seeing them enjoying it, and I'm feeling better as everyone around me just watching this. It's a cool fucking feeling, man. Like, it really is. And then after the movie, the credits come, and then I would stay for after the credits because it has the cameo of all cameos for this movie. And I hope that doesn't ruin anything. But yeah, after the lights came on and all that, the guy came out, and Greg came out, and they started talking. And how he felt about his journey to this point. And it was cool. Like, it was cool to learn more about it. And as you can see, I got this huge fucking smile probably this whole video. I had a good time. I really did. I had a really good time. Oh, man. Like, I'm going to remember this night, like, as the best theater night ever in my life. Like, it was so fucking good. I really wish everyone could experience this movie like this. Oh my god, it was amazing. But anyways, yeah, it's not like I'm sucking on Disaster Artist cock, but god, it was so good. I feel so good. Like, I'm gonna go to sleep good tonight. But anyways, yeah, they got some Q&As with Greg, and after that was all said and done, everyone pretty much high-fived, shook hands and everything. And as we went out, Greg was waiting out for, greet and meet and all that. And he was signing autographs for books and taking pictures. So fuck yeah, I'm going to take a picture, man. And that's what I'm going to show at the end of the video. I took a picture with me, Mick, and Val. And not Greg. Josh is the one that took the picture. But they bought books, Val and Mick, to have him sign. And so yeah, I took a picture simultaneously with him, and then Josh asked him, "Can you sign my phone saying from Mark?" And he did, and he even put he signed Greg Sestero and all that. It was cool, man. It really was. I had a good time. I wish everyone could experience it this way, and I know not everyone will, but it's a good film on its own. I recommend watching The Room first if you haven't seen it. And if you didn't enjoy it the first time, try the second time, maybe. And then watch The Disaster Artist, and you will enjoy it a lot. Like, you'll understand why certain things in The Room, like, why the fuck was that even there? It didn't even make sense. And it explains in The Disaster Artist, as they're making a movie, why that happened. It was kind of cool. But anyways, God, tonight was awesome. That's how I feel about Disaster Artist. Probably more overwhelmed with it because of the experience, but I love this film. I enjoyed it. I recommend people go checking out. After you see The Room, please see The Room before you watch this. You will do yourself a favor, trust me. But yeah, that's I guess that's my review. I guess, yeah. But okay, till then, adios.